Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time since I'm on the bike again. Today I'm riding out to Mersea Island. It's one of the nicest short routes for me. And while I'm on the way, I wanted to talk about something that's happening back in India. India mandated E20 fuel from April. It's the fuel with 20% of ethanol, and it's got a lot of Indian bikers and car owners talking or debating, I guess. So as someone who has ridden in both India and the UK, I wanted to show the differences in terms of what kind of fuel is available in the UK. If you're someone who owns a classic car or a bike, it's really important that you understand what that really means for you. Ethanol is made from crops such as sugarcane or wheat. It's a biofuel. I was not familiar with all these E numbers at the petrol pump until recently. So E20 is effectively 20% of ethanol, and the rest of it is petrol. Similarly, E5 is 5% of ethanol, E10 is 10% of ethanol. The reason why petrol is blended in with ethanol is because it burns cleaner. Less CO2, good for environment and all that, right? So it's really an environment policy decision rather than a performance thing. If there's more ethanol that can be blended in, there's less dependency on, crude oil import. So that helps with being self-sufficient. So helps for the environment. So there are a couple of downsides as well. One is there might be a slight mileage drop depending on how old the vehicle is. It's estimated to be between 2 to 6%, and ethanol absorbs moisture, which can be bad for some of the fuel components, right? And there might be compatibility issues because obviously the vehicles were not really tested for E20. This is the Strood. This is the only causeway that leads to Mersea Island. I've seen a lot of videos. This road often gets flooded due to high tides almost every day. There's a Strood camera that you can check whether this road is currently flooded or not. And even if it is flooded, it clears up within a couple of hours. Let me see if I can stop here real quick. There's a BP petrol pump. Okay, so there's E5, E10, two different types of petrol. So they do have both options available. UK moved to E10, I think, back in 2021, but they do have an option of E5. I don't think it's as easy as saying one country has gotten it right and the other has gotten it wrong. Every country has its own priorities around environmental energy policies, right? And everybody knows that India deals with, much larger scales. It's probably difficult to maintain different types of fuel. Having ridden in both the countries, India and the UK, I think it's really an interesting difference. If you are someone that owns a classic bike or a car, and if this is affecting you, let me know in the comments. But I think knowing that E5 is also an option available gives you that extra comfort, especially if you're planning to own a classic motorbike or a car, right? And even some of you might be owning a classic car or a bike that's passed down through your families. It's possibly very sentimental for you. So you have to now consider getting it checked for compatibility, or even, I've also noticed there are conversion options available. Like, for example, the fuel system conversion kits are available now, so you can get your vehicle checked at the service center or the dealer to see if you need to change something. So this is an extra check that you'll have to do alongside the routine service checks. So I think E20 itself is not a problem. The uncertainty around, what kind of damage it can cause to the vehicle is the problem. Uncertainty causes a lot of panic. For example, if someone is looking to buy a very old classic car or a bike, they have to now consider thinking whether it will be compatible with E20 or not. So it's a additional check that you have to do. I guess that's the difference between India and the UK. There are a lot of classic vehicle owners in the UK. Part of the reason why UK decided to have E5 option also available is to protect the classic vehicle culture, I guess. So we are on the island. Looks really pretty. I think you can rent out one of these huts and just spend a day. Also, such beautiful houses here with a spacious balcony. You don't find that often in cities like London. Not sure if we can go inside here, but let's see. It looks like you can even buy one of these. Okay, that's restricted space. Let me park here. That's it for today. If you like the ride, drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one.